Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Jordan Evans in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And complete to Zach Ertz. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
82.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wentz now on first down. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 47 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Wentz now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Michael Johnson in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Dalton, and that is incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Marvin Lewis going to leave the offense out there. Fourth down, they're going for it. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man here. It's Green. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on fourth down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on fourth down here early in the game.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. They get it to him running left. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Great 15, great 15.
On first down, Wentz. And this will be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. Caught right side is Jeffrey. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. To throw, it's Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased if they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
There you go, 368.
Second down, Dalton. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Boyd. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Andy Dalton going to stay on the field. They're going to try and go for it on fourth down.
There you go, 368. Watch this. 2 by 2. Move.
So they are going for it. Now Dalton. Flush to his right. And able to find Green. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They go play action here on first down. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are in for 6. And his kick is right through. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. He juked him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Wentz now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. From the gun, it's Wentz. An incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Wentz will try again on second down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Wentz now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's first and 10. Wentz to throw again. Trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Dalton throwing on second down. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Liz 5-3, Liz 5-3.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. On second down, here's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Yes. 368. Wait. Move. 368.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Time for an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the left side here for Eifert. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
There you go, 368.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. First possession of the 3rd quarter, and interceptions, or maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Throwing is Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now Wentz again. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert from 4 yards out. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Elliott now to kick this one away. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
And the pitch goes to Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he coughed it up, and the Eagles have recovered. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. He's to the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Now, that was a big run. It takes them all the way down to the 1-yard line, and that'll shake the confidence of any defense. So when they're looking for a little bit of support now, looking at their defensive coordinator, if I'm him, I dial up some pressure. I just go after him because otherwise you're still playing back on your heels, and that's not going to help your defense at all.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will make this a 4-point game. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Looking to throw on second down. Dalton, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
368!
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake. Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Andrew Billings with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Wentz escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Great 15, great 15!
Working from the gun, Wentz. A dump off to Sproles. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a 1st down when you want 3, get a little bit closer, make it an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
52-44, get ready for 57 over there. Over here, yes.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Here you go, 368.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
368! 368! There you go, 368!
Back to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Trayvon LeBlanc with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Eagles on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And down he'll go at the 25. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
81. Hey, over here. Ram.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz pushing his way through. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TV. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To throw is Wentz. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Throwing now is Wentz. And Tate's got it. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Wentz goes underneath for Sproles. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Sunday.
To throw is Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Bengals getting set to go. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw to the left side here for Eifert. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. A handoff to Mixon. And an alley to run. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Play action here with Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. So third down coming up. And, Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And he's got some space here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. And now running right through it. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Second down, Dalton. And a catch good. It's Eifert. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
368.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Joe Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.